Good morning. I wanted to take a couple of minutes to go over the different functions of this particular locomotive. This is a French, or a model of an LGB model of the French, or one of the French Mikados. The road number on this particular, locomotive is 840. This is what I've actually addressed the decoder as. To start with, on the paperwork that's included with the locomotive, I'll describe all of the different functions of it, but I'll go over them with you briefly here to start with. The first thing we want to do is go ahead and in order to get your sound and everything like that, is to go ahead and connect the locomotive to the tender. It's a little fussy to get into that connection here on this particular locomotive. Once you get that, now presently for this demo I have the sound and everything turned off on the locomotive. Go ahead and connect it and close the little top fence or what have you. So now that I have it all connected, I'm going to go ahead and add it to my DCC system here, or to my handheld. So again, the address is 840, as is per the number on the locomotive. Okay, now the first thing, we want to turn on the sound, I suppose. So that is F8. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn on its headlights, which is F0. When I turn on the headlights, F0, the firebox will actually automatically also come on and start flickering. F1 I don't use for this particular case. The French Mikados never had bells on them, and that's what in the United States F1 is normally set for. F2 I have set for a short whistle. This whistle sounds very much like the actual French Mikados. F3 is the a longer whistle. F4 is the conductor whistle. Oh, that's F3, sorry. F4 is your conductor whistle. F5 turns on the cab light. You may or may not be able to see that in the particular video. Now F6 is kind of fun. That turns on the pulsed smoke. Now the smoke will run about 15 minutes, give or take a little, with some fluid in it. I like to, if I'm going to be running it for a little bit, add a little bit of fluid just by adding that to the right down the exhaust or the smokestack. Then it takes it a minute or two for the fluid or the smoke to come on, or heat up I should say. So I'm going to start the F6 right now. I'll come back to some of that in a minute. F7 is what you call the cylinder drain. This would be releasing the steam or water from the cylinders. Oh, the smoke is already starting to heat up. So we'll go ahead and turn the F7 off. F8 is the sound, on and off. F9 is your, if you were going around a curve, you get that weird noise. And it only seems to work when it's moving. Oh, there it goes. Sorry. F10 is the air pump, which is playing right now. F11 is the slow air pump, so there's the sound. F12 is the injector. That's injecting water into the boiler. F13 is for shoveling coal. F14 is the coupling sound, as if they were linking the couplers together. F16 is, or F15 is the sanding sound. So that's, oh, Oh, that's not the, that's the blower automatically. The sanding you can barely hear outside. F16 is heating the cylinders. Now there's a lot of automatic sounds, which is what's playing right now. There's your heating the cylinders up. And F17 is loading water into the tender. F18 and 19, F18 is the volume up, and F19 is the volume down. So now that the smoke is blowing, or coming out of the stack, which you can probably see in the video, at least I hope, as I move it in reverse, you can see some of the smoke starting to come out. As I rehook up the tender here a little bit, because I didn't have it quite on the tracks. Now, I've also gone ahead and made sure that the sync with the chuff was properly timed. And it's a little windy, so the smoke is blowing around a bit. I hooked up a couple of things with it I had sitting on the track. Take those off real quick. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and make it go forward. Bring it back a little, change my camera a little bit so you can see it a little better. Try to give it a nice run for speed wise. Takes a little bit to get going. I might turn your top speed up a little bit. Anyway, there you have it. Now again, this locomotive was, this is a limited production locomotive. It was based off of the LGB, or LGB based it off of the French Mikado. They had several of them commissioned shortly after World War II. They have a very limited few of them running around in Europe today. They were all built in the Canada and the United States. So they were built basically to American specs and then just modified a little bit for the French railways. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching.